Let me guess. You just stepped into a management role, and now every decision feels like it could make or break your entire career. You want to prove yourself, you want to earn respect, and you want to show everyone that the company made the right decision by putting you in charge. But here's the problem. Most new managers make the same career-killing mistakes that sabotage their leadership before they even start. And the worst part is that no one tells you about them until it's way too late. So let's fix that today. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what traps to avoid so that you can build a stronger, respected leadership presence from day one. Here's the hard truth. Nobody cares about your title as much as you do. You might feel pressure to show that you deserve the job, to assert yourself, make big decisions, and prove that you belong in management. But if you come in too strong, it's going to backfire. I've seen new managers walk in on day one and start barking orders, changing processes, and making bold statements like things are about to be different now. You know what happens next? Their team immediately shuts them down because no one respects a leader who's more focused on proving they're in charge than actually leading. Instead, your job isn't to prove anything. It's to observe, to learn, and to earn the trust of your team. New managers tend to fall into one of two traps when handling problems. Either they avoid conflict totally, hoping the issue will resolve itself, or they go in way too aggressively, thinking that they need to be the boss right now. Both of these are bad. If you avoid problems, your team will lose respect for you because they'll see you as weak. But if you come in too strong, you'll create resentment and tension. The key is balance. When issues arise, address them directly, but with curiosity instead of judgment. Instead of saying, "Why are you always late?" try, "Listen, I've noticed you've been late a few times. Is everything all right?" It shows that you're paying attention, but it also opens the door for an honest conversation instead of an unnecessary battle. I get it. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. And if you were promoted from within your team, this is even harder. Yesterday, you were their coworker, but today, you're the boss. So the instinct is to keep things easygoing, chill, avoid rocking the boat, and try to maintain your friendships as you had. That's the mistake. Because when it comes time to make a tough call, when it comes time to set boundaries or hold people accountable, you're going to struggle because they won't see you as a leader. Now, this doesn't mean that you come in and you have to be cold and distant. You can still be approachable and supportive, but you're not their friend. You're their manager now. And the sooner you set that boundary, the easier your job will be. One of the biggest shocks for new managers is realizing they can't just rely on hard work anymore. As an individual contributor, you were rewarded for what you could do. But as a manager, that's different now. Success isn't about how much work you can get done, it's about how well you can get the work done through other people. The worst mistake you can make is trying to do everything yourself because you think it's faster or you think it's easier. That's how you're going to burn out. That's how you create a team that's dependent on you for everything. And that's how you become the bottleneck instead of the leader. Your job isn't to be the hero. Your job is to make sure that your team has the tools, the clarity, and the confidence to do their jobs without relying on you for every little thing. Most new managers, tell me if this is you, want to impress their bosses. They focus on looking good to senior leadership, hitting numbers, staying late, being visible in the right meetings. And while managing up is important, you know what's more important? Managing your team. Because if you lose their trust, no amount of impressing your higher ups is going to save you. You want to know a secret? Something that gets noticed more than playing office politics is being able to lead a team that's engaged, productive, and performing at the highest level. If you take care of your team, your reputation is going to take care of itself. Listen, every mistake on this list comes down to one thing: focusing too much on yourself instead of your team. You don't need to prove yourself. What you need to do is earn trust. You don't need to avoid conflict. What you need to do is handle it well. You don't need to be someone's friend. You need to be their leader. You don't need to do it all. You need to delegate it. You don't need to impress your boss. You need to earn the support of your team. If you can avoid these traps, you'll not only survive your first year as a manager, I promise you, you will thrive. Now, if you want to keep sharpening your leadership skills, I share even more insights in my Leadership Gems newsletter. It's packed with real-world advice from someone who's been in your shoes. This guy. In the description, sign up and I'll send you my top strategies right now directly to your inbox. And when you're done that, I'll see you in this video. Ciao.